There are moments in time when the air feels different, when the silence around you begins to speak. The days of 5, 6, and 7 November will not be ordinary days. These days hold a certain stillness, a calm that is not empty but full of unseen movement, full of change preparing to unfold. Life often whispers before it roars. The calm you feel is not the absence of energy, it is the gathering of it. It is the space before the transformation begins. Many will overlook it because they are rushing, distracted, consumed by noise. But those who are awake, those who can sense energy, will feel that something is shifting beneath the surface. This calm is a sacred pause. It is not meant to make you comfortable, it is meant to prepare you. Every great transformation begins in silence. Before a storm, the air grows heavy. Before awakening, life slows down. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November are not here to entertain you. They are here to awaken you. In these days, if you choose to be still, you will begin to see what has been hidden. You will feel what you have been ignoring. You will understand that growth does not come from movement alone. It comes from awareness of the pause between movements. In this calm, you may feel a strange discomfort, as if something inside you wants to break free. That is the energy of change. Do not run from it. Do not distract yourself. Sit with it. Observe it. Let it teach you. The mind will tell you nothing is happening. The ego will whisper that you are wasting time, but deep within, transformation is already unfolding. The old energy is breaking down, and new energy is preparing to rise. That is why the calm feels so intense, because silence is never empty. It carries the vibration of what is coming next. On these days, the most powerful action you can take is to stop running, sit with yourself, listen, watch. The external world may look the same, but internally something is shifting. The calm of 5, 6, and 7 November is like a seed waiting to burst open. If you stay restless, you will miss it, but if you are present, you will notice the first signs of inner blooming. You will begin to understand that transformation is not loud. It does not announce itself. It moves quietly, humbly, deeply. Use these days to realign. The stillness is an invitation to examine where your energy is leaking. Where are you fighting against yourself? Where are you carrying resistance? The calm will reveal it all. It will bring you face to face with the parts of yourself you've ignored, not to punish you but to free you. Every hidden wound, every unspoken emotion, every suppressed truth will begin to surface. This is not a punishment. It is purification. It is the clearing before the new cycle begins. The world outside may appear normal on the 5th, 6th, and 7th of November, but within, a deep storm of renewal is moving. This is how transformation truly happens. Not with noise, but with quiet surrender. Those who can stay calm when everything seems to pause will find a strength that does not depend on circumstances. That is the strength of presence, the strength of awareness, the strength that allows you to meet life no matter how it shifts. Every calm moment in life carries a message. It says, be ready. It says, something greater is coming. Most people mistake calmness for stagnation. They fear stillness because they have tied their worth to motion. But real power is silent. Real growth happens when no one is watching. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will offer you that kind of growth, quiet, unseen, but powerful. This is the time to let go of what no longer belongs to you. Old patterns, old fears, old stories. The calm will make you aware of them. It will make them surface, not to haunt you, but to set you free. Transformation cannot enter a cluttered space. The calm clears that space. It asks you to release so you can receive, to empty so you can be filled, to pause so you can move forward with clarity. You do not need to do much. You do not need to chase signs. Simply remain still and aware. Observe your thoughts without following them. Feel your breath without forcing it. Let silence teach you what noise never could. When the mind quiets, the truth begins to speak. You will feel it. It will not come from outside. It will rise from within. That is the beginning of real transformation, not through action, but through awareness. The calm of 5, 6, and 7 November is a doorway. You can walk through it or ignore it, but once you sense it, you will never see life the same way again. You will understand that every pause has a purpose, every silence carries wisdom, every still moment prepares you for the next leap. What seems like nothing is actually everything. So, do not rush these days, do not fill them with distractions, let them be what they are meant to be, a space between who you were and who you are becoming. The world may not notice the change, but you will. Because inside that calm, something sacred is waking up. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are not just dates, they are mirrors showing you what is ready to end and what is ready to begin. And when you understand the power hidden in stillness, you will stop fearing the quiet and start listening to it, for it is there that transformation begins. The days of 5, 6, and 7 November will test how deeply you are aligned within yourself. These are not random dates. They are mirrors showing you what happens when your inner state meets the outer world. Many people will look at these days and think the shift is happening outside, in the world, in the events, in the movements of others. But the real shift is not out there. It begins inside you. The world only reflects what is already taking place within your own energy. When you are aligned, everything around you starts to align. When you are divided within yourself, life feels chaotic. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will reveal which one you truly are. Inner alignment means harmony between your mind, body, and energy. It means you are not pulled in opposite directions by thoughts and emotions. You are not reacting to everything that moves around you. Instead, you stand in a calm center where silence guides you more than noise. The world will keep spinning, but you will remain steady. On these 3 days, that steadiness will be your greatest strength. Because when great shifts happen, the unprepared are shaken. The aligned are transformed. You have to understand that every external storm is a reflection of an internal imbalance. The energy that moves through the universe also moves through you. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will bring a change in this energy. Some will feel it as restlessness, others as pressure, and a few will feel peace. The difference does not come from the energy itself. It comes from how aligned you are within. When your mind is clear, your body relaxed, and your breath steady, the shift lifts you higher. But if you are scattered, fearful, or resistant, the same shift feels heavy and confusing. This is why inner alignment matters more than anything else. It is not a spiritual theory. It is survival through awareness. You do not control what the world does, but you control what happens within you. The 5, 6, and 7 November will amplify whatever you carry. If you carry anger, you will feel more anger. If you carry peace, you will feel more peace. Life mirrors your vibration. That is the great truth. To align yourself, you must first become honest. Sit quietly and look at your thoughts without judgment. Observe your feelings without resistance. This is not weakness, this is strength. Because alignment cannot happen in denial. It happens when you see what is real and stop running from it. These days of November are a perfect time to do that. The energy will be strong and raw. Use it. Sit in silence. Breathe deeply. Let your breath remind you that balance is natural. It is not something you must fight for. It is something you must return to. Your breath connects mind and body. It is the bridge of alignment. When the mind runs too far ahead or the body drags behind, the breath brings them back together. That is why, during these powerful days, you must stay close to your breath. It will be your compass through the shift. Whenever you feel lost, breathe slowly. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the rhythm of life moving through you. This is alignment. When your awareness returns to the present moment and your energy becomes whole again. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are not calling for more action. They are calling for conscious action. Doing without being aligned leads to exhaustion. But when you are aligned, even silence becomes powerful. You begin to move with life, not against it. You begin to act with clarity, not confusion. The world may still be uncertain, but inside you will feel peace. That peace will become your power. Many people wait for external changes to fix their lives. They want the world to become peaceful before they find peace. They wait for love to appear before they feel whole. But the real teaching of these November days is the opposite. When you become peaceful within, peace begins to appear around you. When you align your energy, the world responds. You do not chase balance, you create it from inside. The outer shift only follows the inner one. So use these days wisely. When the energy feels heavy, don't escape. Realign. When emotions rise, don't suppress them. Observe and release. When confusion comes, return to the breath. That is the discipline. That is how you transform chaos into clarity. The world does not change for you. It changes with you. And when you are centered, your presence itself begins to bring calm to everything around you. That is true power. If you look closely, you will see that life has always been speaking to you. Every challenge, every delay, every discomfort has been training you to align, to stop reacting and start responding, to stop running and start observing. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are like an exam, not given by the world, but by your own consciousness. Are you steady when the wind blows? Are you aware when silence deepens? Are you aligned when the energy shifts? This is what will define how you move through what's coming. The real shift is never about time or date. It is about awareness. But certain days carry energy that pushes you closer to awakening. These 3 days are such a doorway. If you are aligned, you will step through it easily. You will rise above confusion and meet clarity. You will not be broken by change. You will be reshaped by it. So remember this truth. When your inner world is steady, no outer change can shake you. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will remind you of that. They will remind you that power is not found in control, but in alignment. In those days, the world will move fast, but you must move slowly inside. Let your awareness lead you. Let your inner state decide your outer reality. And when the shift passes, you will not just survive it. You will emerge renewed, centered, and awake. The days of 5, 6, and 7 November will not be normal because these are the days when awareness will separate those who are asleep from those who are awake. These days will bring a light so sharp that it cuts through illusion. What you once ignored, you will begin to see. What you once accepted blindly, you will begin to question inside your own silence. These days are not a threat. They are a mirror showing you who you have become without awareness. Awareness is the true revolution. It is not the world that needs to change. It is the level of consciousness that moves within you. Most people will feel uneasy as these days unfold. They will sense something moving but not understand it. That unease is the call of awareness knocking at the door of your being. The shift of 5, 6, and 7 November is not outside. It is within. The old habits, the mechanical patterns, the unconscious thoughts will be exposed. Life will no longer allow you to live half awake. It will push you to open your eyes to everything you have avoided. Seeing awareness is not complicated. It is the simple act of being fully here, not lost in what happened yesterday, not dreaming about what might happen tomorrow, just here, breathing, observing, awake. When you are aware, you no longer react blindly. You no longer become a puppet of emotion or thought. You begin to see what moves you, and in that seeing, you gain freedom. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are designed to awaken that seeing. They are days of truth, days that strip away pretense and show the raw face of reality. To be aware means to stop running, to stop hiding behind noise, distraction, or excuses. It means to face yourself, your fears, your desires, your weaknesses, your strengths. When you look directly into your own mind, you begin to understand that nothing outside has ever truly controlled you. The chains were always inside. The moment you see that, the chains begin to break. That is awareness, the quiet breaking of inner walls. During these 3 days, awareness will become like fire. It will burn illusions. You might feel exposed, uncomfortable, even restless. But that is good. That is growth. When truth enters, comfort leaves. When awareness expands, ignorance resists. Let it. Do not fight the discomfort. Watch it. Every feeling you observe without reacting to becomes purified. Every thought you see clearly loses its power. Awareness transforms by light, not by force. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will teach you one powerful lesson. The world outside you only reflects the world inside you. If you carry fear, you will see a fearful world. If you carry anger, you will find endless reasons to be angry. But if you awaken awareness, the same world becomes a teacher. You stop blaming and start learning. You stop chasing peace and start embodying it. The great shift that is coming is not about events. It is about consciousness rising beyond blindness. Many people live like machines, repeating patterns without question. They react before they think. They speak before they listen. They act before they understand that life is shallow, reactive, and restless. But awareness brings depth. It slows you down, not to stop you, but to make each moment meaningful. On these November days, you will have a choice: to continue living automatically or to begin living consciously. That choice will define the direction of your life after the shift. Awareness begins with observation. Observe your breath, your thoughts, your surroundings. Just watch. Do not try to change anything. Change happens naturally when awareness is present. Like darkness disappears when light enters, your confusion disappears when attention sharpens. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are the perfect time to sharpen this attention, because when energy shifts, awareness multiplies. The air will carry that vibration, a call to wake up. The true revolution is silent. It happens in the unseen moments when you choose to stay aware rather than fall back into habit. When you choose to respond instead of react. When you choose to listen rather than speak. The world will not celebrate that, but your soul will, because that is the real power, to remain conscious no matter what happens around you. These days of November are an initiation into that power. Awareness does not mean you escape life. It means you see it as it is. You stop labeling things as good or bad and begin to see them as lessons. You start noticing how your own mind shapes your world. And once you see that, you stop being a victim of life. You become a participant, a creator. That is the highest freedom. These days will awaken that realization for those who are ready to see. So, in these 3 days, do not rush, be still and observe. Watch how people behave. Watch how emotions move through you. Watch how the world reacts to the unseen energy rising. Awareness is not something you do, it is something you allow. It is the natural state of being when distraction fades. Let these days be your reminder that awareness is your greatest weapon against confusion. It does not fight darkness, it dissolves it. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will mark the beginning of a new chapter for those who are awake. For the unaware, they will pass like any other date. But for the conscious, they will open a door into a deeper way of living, where clarity replaces confusion, where peace replaces reaction, and where understanding replaces judgment. This is the true shift that is coming, not in the stars or the sky, but in human awareness. The great shift of these days is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. Because when awareness grows, everything false begins to fall away. You will lose illusions, but you will gain truth. You will lose comfort, but you will gain freedom. The world may still look the same, but your eyes will no longer see it the same way. That is awakening, to live with eyes open, heart present, and mind silent. These days are your invitation to that awakening. Accept it with stillness, accept it with courage, and walk through them awake. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will carry an energy that many will misunderstand. They will look at the world and think it is the world that is shifting. They will see changes, movements, and events, and they will believe that something outside of them is responsible. But the truth is much deeper. It is not the world that is changing. It is the energy that moves through you, through every thought, every breath, every emotion. The external world is only the mirror. The shift happens in the unseen, in the vibration that flows beneath all things. When energy begins to move differently, everything begins to respond. The body feels it, the emotions react, the thoughts try to make sense of it. But what most people fail to realize is that the energy is not attacking them. It is cleansing them. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are days of inner cleansing. These are the days when your old patterns, your suppressed emotions, and your hidden resistance will rise to the surface. It may feel heavy, it may feel confusing, but it is sacred work. The energy is not here to destroy, it is here to transform. You will feel it in waves, some moments peaceful, some moments chaotic, but if you remain still, you will begin to understand what is truly happening. Energy is shifting, not the world. Life itself is constant. It is your perception that changes with the movement of energy. When your vibration rises, the same world begins to look different. The same silence begins to feel alive. The same challenges begin to feel like lessons. The 5, 6, and 7 November are not about external change. They are about internal awakening. You cannot stop energy from moving. You can only choose how you meet it. If you resist, you suffer. If you accept, you evolve. When you try to control what is beyond control, you break yourself. But when you flow with what comes, you grow beyond limitation. These days are not coming to break you. They are coming to show you what within you still resists flow. That is why you might feel tension, restlessness, or even a deep silence that feels too heavy to bear. It is the weight of your own transformation pressing against the walls of your resistance. The best way to move through the energy of these days is to stand in awareness. Be the witness, not the reaction. Watch how thoughts rise and fall. Feel how emotions come and go. Notice how quickly the mind labels everything as good or bad. Let all of it pass. The energy is not asking for control, it is asking for surrender. When you surrender, not in weakness but in trust, you allow the shift to work through you. The energy that moves these days is intelligent. It knows where to go, what to release, what to awaken. You only need to be open. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will not be normal because they carry the vibration of release. Everything false will begin to fall apart. Not because something is wrong, but because truth wants to emerge. When the old energy dissolves, you may feel unstable for a while. But remember, instability is not destruction. It is adjustment. When new energy enters, the old one must leave. When light enters, shadows disappear. That is the natural law. Allow it, trust it, let it unfold. Energy does not lie, it always reveals. That is why, during these days, many hidden emotions might surface. You may feel memories you thought were gone. You may feel old wounds reopening. This is not regression, it is healing. The energy of these days moves deep. It wants to free you from what you carry unknowingly. Do not fight it. Sit with it. Let the emotion pass through you like wind through an open window. The pain you feel is the body's way of releasing what no longer belongs to your vibration. The world may look chaotic in these days, but that is not the truth. The chaos is only the surface reaction to the movement of deeper energy. You are not meant to fix the chaos. You are meant to see through it. You are meant to find your still point within it. Because when you are still inside, no energy can disturb you. You move with it instead of against it. You begin to realize that energy does not harm the aware. It only transforms them. The unaware drown in it because they cling to what is leaving. The aware rise through it because they trust what is coming. So in the 5th, 6th, and 7th November, let go of your need to understand everything. Let go of control, feel, observe, breathe. Let the energy move you where you need to go. You do not have to push, you do not have to plan, you only have to stay present. The energy knows the way better than your thoughts ever will. These are days when silence will teach you more than words. These are days when stillness will do more for you than action. The shift is not a punishment, it is a renewal. You are being tuned to a higher frequency, one that matches clarity, truth, and presence. But before you rise, you must release what is heavy. Before light can settle, the shadows must be seen. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will bring both, the shadow and the light. Do not choose one. Allow both to teach you. The shadow shows you what still binds you. The light shows you what you truly are. Energy is shifting, not the world. The same trees, the same sky, the same people. But when your energy changes, everything feels new. The air feels cleaner. The silence feels deeper. The heart feels lighter. That is how transformation truly happens. Not through force, not through control, but through awareness and surrender. These November days are not ordinary time. They are sacred reminders that the universe moves through you, not around you. Be still enough to feel it. Be awake enough to see it. Let the energy do its work. Let the old dissolve and the new rise. These 3 days are not the end of anything. They are the beginning of your next state of being. The energy is not against you. It is guiding you home. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will not be normal, because these days demand stillness, not reaction. They ask you to stop running, stop escaping, and stop filling your silence with noise. These days will not reward movement, they will reward awareness. When everything outside begins to feel uncertain, your discipline will be tested. Not the discipline of action, but the discipline of stillness. In silence you will face yourself, and that is where true growth begins. But you must listen differently, not with your ears, but with your awareness. In that stillness you will notice how much energy you have been wasting on unnecessary movement. You will see how often your mind runs, even when your body is still. These days are a mirror for your inner state. If you feel restless, it is not the days that are chaotic. It is your own mind showing you where balance has been lost. To master stillness, you must first accept it. Most people fight it because silence exposes truth. In stillness, you begin to feel everything you have ignored. Your fears, your doubts, your emotions, your inner voice. It can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. The 5, 6, and 7 November will bring moments that force you to stop. Do not fill those moments with distractions. Sit with them. Listen, because in those moments, transformation begins. Growth is not found in noise. It is found in awareness. These days carry a deep vibration that calls you back to your center. It is not a coincidence that the energy around them feels heavy yet sacred. Life is trying to pull you inward, away from the noise of the world. The external world might still move fast, but your task is to slow down inside. The discipline of stillness means holding your ground when the mind tells you to escape. It means breathing through the discomfort instead of reacting to it. It means trusting that stillness is not stagnation. It is preparation. When you learn to be still, you begin to see how energy works. You begin to realize that every movement in life begins from silence. Before the tree grows, the seed must rest in the dark. Before dawn, the night must be still. Before transformation, there must be a pause. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are that pause. They are the silence before renewal. If you learn to rest in it, life will begin to move with you, not against you. Stillness is not about doing nothing. It is about doing everything with awareness. It is about slowing down enough to feel what is real. In these 3 days, your energy will realign. Old emotions may rise. Thoughts may become louder. The body may feel heavier. This is natural. The old energy is leaving and the new is not yet settled. In between, stillness holds you. Do not resist it. Let it teach you patience, presence, and power. The discipline of stillness is also the discipline of observation. Watch your breath, your thoughts, your reactions. Watch how quickly your mind wants to escape from silence. Each time you notice this, return to your breath. That is mastery. Returning again and again to the center, no matter how many times you drift away. The 5, 6, and 7 November are designed to strengthen that muscle within you. Every time you choose stillness over reaction, awareness grows stronger. Stillness purifies energy. It clears the mind. It resets the heart. When you stop fighting what is, life begins to move smoothly again. You will see that most of your suffering comes from resistance, not from reality. When you accept the moment fully, resistance dissolves. What remains is peace. That peace is not the end. It is the foundation from which clarity, wisdom, and strength arise. During these days, avoid rushing. Speak less, listen more. Act only when your heart feels aligned. Do not seek to fix what is not broken. Do not chase what is leaving. The more still you are, the more you will see. The more you see, the more you understand. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will open that understanding for you if you allow silence to be your teacher. The discipline of stillness does not end with these days. It begins with them. These are not just 3 days on the calendar. They are a threshold, a doorway between the restless you and the centered you. If you cross it consciously, life will begin to move differently. The same challenges will remain, but you will no longer be shaken by them, because when you carry stillness within, no noise outside can disturb you. So when these days come, do not fear the quiet. Welcome it. When the world slow down with it. When silence grows heavy, rest inside it. Stillness will reveal what chaos could never teach you, that true power is calm. True movement begins from rest, and true transformation happens in the spaces where nothing seems to move. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November are not a test from the world. They are an invitation from life itself, to be still, to be aware, and to awaken. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November are not ordinary days. They carry the vibration of completion and beginning, of death and rebirth. These days hold a silent message. What was once enough will no longer be enough, and what was once invisible will now begin to appear. This is not just about a date on the calendar. It is about the rhythm of transformation that is already unfolding inside you. The cycle that once repeated endlessly is reaching its turning point. These days are a threshold, a crossing from what you were into what you are meant to become. You can feel it. The familiar patterns are shaking. The thoughts that once gave you comfort no longer do. The distractions that once numbed you now feel heavy. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November will act as a mirror. They will show you what has ended, and they will invite you into what must begin, but you must be willing to see it. You must be willing to let go. Every new beginning demands the death of something old. A new cycle cannot rise while you cling to what has already expired within you. During these days, the world will look the same, but something deep inside will not be. You may feel a strange silence, a strange emptiness, as if life has paused for a moment. Do not fear that silence. It is not emptiness, it is space. Space for the new. Space for what must enter when the old has left. The shift is not outside of you. It is within. It is the end of resistance and the beginning of acceptance. When these 3 days unfold, they will test your ability to stay present. They will show you what you still hold on to, the habits, emotions, memories, identities that have kept you trapped in repetition. You cannot step into a new cycle while still defending your old one. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November will push you gently yet powerfully toward truth. They will not ask you to understand, but to allow. You are not being punished by this change. You are being refined by it. The universe does not destroy what you are. It only removes what you are not. The pain that arises during transformation is not cruelty. It is the pressure of awakening. When the old skin no longer fits, it begins to tear. When the soul outgrows the limitations of its past, it begins to stretch. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November will open this expansion. Every cycle begins with surrender. The tree does not resist winter, it lets the leaves fall. The river does not resist the stone, it flows around it. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November are days to practice the same wisdom. Let what must end, end. Let what must begin, begin. These are the days to breathe deeply, to stay still, to listen. Life will whisper to you what your next step is, but only if you are quiet enough to hear. This shift will not shout. It will unfold in silence. You will not find it in the noise of others, but in the stillness of your own awareness. The transformation of these days is not a spectacle. It is a sacred turning of energy. Some will ignore it, distracted by routine. Others will feel it deeply and begin to awaken to who they truly are. The world has taught you to move constantly, to chase, to fix, to achieve. But life is not asking for endless movement. It is asking for presence. These days will slow your rhythm, not to punish you, but to align you again. The 5, 6, and 7 November are like a deep exhale, a sacred pause that life gives you to remember what truly matters. When you become still, you begin to see what your movement has been hiding. You begin to see what restlessness was trying to avoid. Stillness is not laziness, it is power under control. It is the strength to sit in the storm and not be moved. Many think that doing more makes them strong, but the real strength lies in being calm when everything shakes. The 5th, 6th, and 7th November will show you the difference between reaction and response. Reaction comes from chaos, response comes from clarity. These days will teach you how to move only when it is time, not when fear pushes you. The discipline of stillness means learning to trust silence. The silence of these days will speak more than any noise. Which one you become depends on your willingness to stop running from yourself. These days will also reveal your strength. As the outer world trembles, your inner foundation must stay rooted. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November are not here to break you. They are here to show you that you cannot be broken. You will realize that peace is not found in control. It is found in surrender. You will see that stability is not about holding on. It is about trusting the movement of life itself. When the old cycle closes, a silence follows. That silence is sacred. It is the breath between two worlds. Do not rush to fill it. Do not rush to understand it. Let it cleanse you. Let it prepare you. When you release resistance, you align with the flow of creation itself. The energy that once was scattered begins to gather. Your focus sharpens. Your awareness deepens. You begin to sense that something has shifted, not around you, but inside you. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November mark the dawn of this realization. The mind will not understand it, but the heart will feel it. You will start to recognize a new rhythm, slower, deeper, wiser. You will see that every challenge was a preparation, every silence a teaching, every delay a form of protection. The old you was built to survive. The new you is being shaped to awaken. So when these days arrive, do not treat them as ordinary. Move with intention, speak with awareness, breathe with depth, spend time in stillness, observe what life is trying to show you. The ending of one cycle and the birth of another always happen quietly, but their effect is eternal. The great shift is not an event, it is an emergence. It is the unveiling of what has always been within you. The 5th, 6th, and 7th of November are the gates through which you step into that knowing. Step with faith, step with clarity, step without fear. The new cycle is not waiting outside of you, it is awakening inside of you. The old pattern dissolves, the new awareness rises, and the journey continues, not as before, but with greater truth, greater strength, and greater peace.